All right, so I sold the Chevelle, and my family, we bought 3 other cars, and I just kind of want to talk about that a little bit today. Yeah, so I know it's been a while, and I kind of want to just talk about what's been going on here. And basically, yes, I did sell the Chevelle, and I sold it like 3 or 4 months ago. And the number one reason I sold it is for space. So, I moved here a couple of years ago, and I got a smaller 2-car garage, and that car took up half of the garage. And I just kind of want that space to do other things, I guess. Do other things with my boys, other projects. And I've owned the car for 20 years. I've had my fun with it. And out of the 20 years I have owned it, I drove it every summer except for one. So 19 seasons or summers it's been on the road. I've driven every goddamn street in this town, and it kind of gets old, I guess. I don't know. There's a lot of lights, so I'm just going from stop sign to stop sign and then sitting at long lights and train stops and stuff like that. I don't know. I mean, at some point, you can only do that so much, and I felt like with the car, I got what I wanted out of it. So 20 years ago when I bought it, I'm like, I want to make this car handle better, stop better, and I want 500 horsepower. And I did all those things. My kids were kind of interested in it, but they didn't want to help me work on it, so I'd rather just transition into other projects where it gets them more involved and stuff like that. Which leads me to the next thing, why I need the space is now I have 2 teen drivers. So we went from having 2 cars in the family to now 5. Don't ask me how we got to 5, but they bought their own vehicles, and as a teen, you can't afford a new car, so you get a lightly used car, and there's maintenance and repairs that go with that, right? So I'm fixing the cars, and I'm laying in the driveway, and that's fine in the summer, spring, fall, but come wintertime, if something happens, I don't want to be out there in the cold working on it. So what I want from this space is I want an open bay, and if something happens, or any project for that matter, I just want it in. I want to do the repairs, or I want to spend some time on it and then get it out of here and just keep moving stuff in and out. And I think that will keep me happy, right? And it's already full. It's full of other stuff, and we got projects going on with my son and I off camera. But anyway, so my car, my daily, the transmission was acting up. So then I went and bought a 2018 Chevy Colorado. I was really looking for the crew cab, and long bed, 6-foot bed version. So that was kind of hard to find around here. They're all freaking the crew cabs and the 5-foot bed. I didn't want a 5-foot bed because it's kind of pointless, right? So I wanted the 6-foot bed, and I have 4 kids, so I needed a crew cab. So that's kind of what I really wanted. Also, I was looking at the Tacoma or whatever, but the Colorado is more affordable, right? Everyone wants those freaking Tacomas. So anyway, I got that, and I traded my old car into CarMax, and they didn't know about the transmission issue, and I didn't tell them. So the hell with them, But anyway, so that's that. Then my daughter bought a 2013 Volkswagen Sport Wagon TDI. So I'm a huge fan of this car, man. I love wagons, and this car is pretty cool. It's peppy. It's very, very quick in the suburbs, like stop sign to stop sign. I mean, it's torquey. It's a cool little car, man. I really like it. It only has 65,000 miles on it. The front end was in a wreck, and therefore it's a salvage title, but for her it's perfect, and the damage wasn't that great, so it didn't really concern me at all. And the price was right for her, right? Now, if you guys don't know anything about this car, it was the Dieselgate car where Volkswagen lied about the emissions and whatever, but how that impacts me or this car is there was a software update for the emissions to always work, and the diesel particulate filter at some point may give us an issue. And what people do is eliminate that and do a stage 2 tune or whatever, and then it adds like 70 more horse and a lot more torque, and that's pretty cool. So maybe one day that's going to become an issue, and we'll go that route, because why not, right? Because she takes short commutes and she drives kind of like a grandma, right? So I think that is going to clog up that DPF sooner than later. Okay, next up, my son. And by the way, my kids bought their own cars, man. They got jobs scooping ice cream and working at the golf course and other stuff, so they paid for these vehicles, which is awesome. So my son bought a 92 Chevy 1500. No cab or standard cab, short box. And it's got the 5.7 TBI in there or whatever. And yeah, it's a cool little truck. And we've been working a lot on that because it's older. It's a 92. The exhaust system was completely rotted out, so we had to do a new exhaust system for it. Work on the brakes, you know, stuff, right? And now he wants to do a motor swap in it. So we're planning that right now. But funny thing is, we went 45 minutes away to buy this truck, and it wasn't really highway worthy to get it home. So we took the back roads, and we got pulled over like 3 times. Man, what should have been a 40-minute trip ended up like 2-3 hours, because every time you get pulled over, it's like half an hour. And then, you know, because it's a baby blue truck on a Friday night, no, like the exhaust was half gone, super loud, and you know, got pulled over at every freaking town you hit. It was kind of ridiculous, and we had to show them the title and everything. And then finally we got smart enough. I'm like, I'll follow you. So the police couldn't see no plates. We didn't figure that out until later in the ride home. Okay, and then next thing, what else did we change up in here? We traded the Mantis, the electric bike, for 2017 KX85. We just traded straight up. We tried to sell it, but we got this trade instead. So that's awesome. The KX85 is a little too small for my boys, but I want to buy like a 125 two-stroke or something a little bit bigger so we can go out ride and stuff like that and use the truck to take these bikes wherever. So the reason we got rid of the electric bike is, you know, my son had one, then his friends got them, then everyone in the they started getting really popular. So all these kids would be flying around on these things, right? And one kid freaking died, dude. He blew a stop sign, and he ran into a truck and he died. I don't know if he was wearing a helmet or not. I forget. But all these kids are getting way too comfortable on these things, and they're quiet and they don't obey the traffic rules and whatnot. And it got to the point where I'm like, all right, man, you had your fun with this. I see what you're doing out here on this thing, and I don't want you riding on the street with this thing. So the KX85 is strictly a bike for the fields and track and trails. We're not going to rip this thing on the street and get in trouble, right? And also with the electric bike, they are starting to pass laws. They passed laws here in my city. At first, it was a gray area. He'd get pulled over. The police would call me. He's not in trouble. I'm not giving him a ticket, but there was really no laws or rules. And then some of them even said, hey, keep it on the sidewalk under 40. That doesn't make any sense to me. So, I mean, it just was getting bad, in terms of that. And I was getting worried, and that thing had to go. So we got the KX85 for that. And what else? Oh yeah, so back to the Chevelle. I sold it to a guy who's like 20 minutes from here. He's local, and he's got a convertible GTO or whatever, and he's into cars. And he immediately took it to the body shop. So I want to share some pictures with you. It's at the body shop, and basically, if you remember, my car was a vinyl top car, and it had white stripes painted on the roof, which is not what the SS stripes should be. So that always bothered me. But anyway, it turns out he's going to put a new roof skin on it, and one of the quarters is too far gone or whatever, so I think he's going to do a rear quarter. And then there was also some, and it's notorious on these Chevelles, is the rear window gutter channel that houses the glass. There's some rusty areas in there, and I told him all about that stuff, so he was aware of it. So I think that's getting all fixed, all new metal there. And then he's going to paint it the same green. I think he's going to do the white stripes and, you know, possibly a cowl hood or whatever. And I hope to see this thing soon. I hope he invites me over, takes me out for a rip soon. So that's awesome. That's something I've always wanted to do to the car, body work and paint it or whatever. But just the thought of doing that in this garage, I don't know, man. I just didn't want to get into it. Body work is something I'm not good at and I've never done. So anyway, that's a small update from me. I know there hasn't been YouTube videos. I got to get my butt in gear and get some motivation and start posting again. But let me know what you've been working on, what you guys been up to, and what you'd like to see on this channel in the future.